that's what we did, and took another break for gelato, which was a common theme. And oh yeah. Was that, which day was that? No, that was the first day. This was after the Vatican. After the Vatican, we were wandering around trying to find this place that Sarah told us. And what was it called? It's called shoot, I can't remember. Well, it was really good. Actually, I'll post it like right here to the right of my head, the name of it, but I can't remember right now. But it was a place that Sarah told me, and then when we got there, it was really crazy because the name was like definitely the one that my friend Seven told me. It was like, make sure you go to like this name, and I'm assuming there's only one of them, but it was like the super hole-in-the-wall place, pizza place that has like a mustache or whatever on a symbol for their logo. And so we got there pretty early, so we had time to kill because I didn't think it didn't open up until like 6 or whatever, and we were there like 2, so we had 4 hours to kill. And so it was on this corner, and there was like a gelato across the street, an Irish pub, like catty corner, and we pretty much just went from like one to the other. We did the gelato, walked around a little bit, it started to rain, and so we ran into the pub. I got my first Guinness, which is cool. So I mean, it's not in Ireland, but I'd be interested to see if it tastes different here in Italy compared to the States. So then we went to the pub, and then we went back to the pizza place, and so we totally covered all 3 corners, which is kind of funny. That was our little corner of Italy. But the pizza was unbelievable. I got like the main, like whatever their signature pizza, had like an egg in the middle, one of those weird things. I was really skeptical, but it was really good. And the girls, Morgan got like a margarita pizza, and I can't remember what Heidi got, but yeah, really good pizza. And I think that's one that Seven told me too, which is really weird that Sarah recommended to Heidi what Seven recommended to me, but pretty cool. Fast forward again, after Coliseum, all that stuff, we met Giovanni. He wanted to take us out. He was with some other friends. He took us to like a local, another hole-in-the-wall like pasta place to get some really good pasta. So we went there, and I ordered just like a basic pasta, cream sauce, pepper, real basic, but for some reason it was so good. And one thing I really like is like all the pasta in Italy, it's called like al dente, which is like, it's kind of a harder, not, you know, I don't really cook that much, so I'm sure that's a common term, but for whatever the reason, like the Olive Garden or whatever, it's real squishy pasta, you know, nice or whatever, nice and done, but they do theirs much harder, not like crunchy, but like harder than the pasta we have. And it's actually like, I thought, like just saying it, it doesn't sound good, but I actually like it a lot better than like the softer pasta, or the not as cooked pasta. So I'm definitely digging that, and it was amazing pasta. So we had like amazing pizza, amazing pasta. Rome was good, too touristy, but anyways. So next day, I go with Corgan and Heidi to the train station, as they were going to go over to Ancona, which is like a port city on the east side, and then take a ferry to Croatia, where they were going to spend a week there before coming home. So I took them there, and I still didn't know where to go. And I was just kind of looking at a map or whatever, and I remember the night before with Giovanni, we were talking about pizzas like Roma pizza, and they were talking about the distinct style of pizza from Napoli, from Naples. And I was like, ooh, that'd be like awesome to try, because I freaking love the pizza here in Rome. And so, I don't know, for some reason I thought of that, and I'm like, might as well go to, I love when people are like watching me up here. So I was like, might as well go to Napoli. So pizza wasn't like the final factor, I mean, the final determining factor, but you know, I kind of wanted to go down to southern Italy kind of, and I was going to Anzio anyways, which is kind of halfway between Rome and Napoli. So I thought it was a good choice. So I went there, first night, got this pizza at Starita, which is like one of the most famous places there. It's packed, and not like tourists, like I was the only one speaking English there, like everybody, there's a huge line to be seated in there, and they're all Italians, but the to-go didn't take that long. It was only like a 10-minute wait. So I went there, got my pizza. It was so good. Next day for lunch, I went there. And that night for dinner, I had some more pizza from Naples. So it's definitely different. Like the Roman pizza is real thin crust with real yummy toppings. And then the Naples one is more like poofy, not like thick crust, Well, the crust on the outside is kind of poofy, but it's all kind of just like a big mash of dough. It's misshapen. It's not like a perfect circle. But there's like more olive oil, and it just tastes more sweet. The crust is almost like a pastry, and so it's really different. I give the edge to Rome pizza a little bit because the Napoli was kind of a little bit much, but still good anyways. But I like Naples because it wasn't touristy. I didn't really hear any English speakers. There was a lot of young people out and such, and it was a really dirty city, which may sound weird, but I actually love that because that was Thessaloniki and Greece in general. Greece is kind of dirty and chaotic, and there was like, it seemed like there were no traffic laws. People parked wherever they wanted, and it was like totally a flashback to Greece. And Tom and Christine, if they're watching this, like totally know what I'm talking about. But it like really brought me back to Greece and kind of got me nostalgic. So I really enjoyed Naples for the almost getting run over by cars and trash piling out of the trash cans and no like cleanliness and dilapidated buildings. So I love Naples. Second day in Naples, I went to Pompeii, that ancient city that was covered by volcanic ash from Mount Vesuvius in like 76 AD, and it was like really preserved because the ash is like toppled on part of it, or on the top of it, and kind of froze it in time until they excavated it. But it was really cool. Just it was a really well preserved city, and they actually have like little exhibits of people that were covered in the ash, and it's like really creepy because there's a kid like sitting how I am, and he was like this, you know, trying to cover himself in this ash, and there was another with like a pregnant woman, like with her hand over her head like this, she was pregnant. And it was just crazy how like fast that had to happen for these people to just be like frozen in time. So Pompeii was really cool. It was really big and just a lot of cool, you know, you can watch the video on that. And then, yeah, so now I'm here at Anzio Beach, where the Allies came, probably on this exact beach right here where I'm sitting, because there was that outpost thing up there. But I'm here because my grandma Maori, her only brother, Ed, was a pilot in World War II, and fought here in Italy and made it all the way through the war, and was just flying, you know, cargo or something, or supplies, whatever, back and forth, and had a mechanical failure in his plane, and it crashed in Italy, and he died. And so he's buried here in, it's actually the next city over from Anzio, but it's real close, in like an American Sicilian cemetery thing. And so I'm going to see that tomorrow. And they actually, his parents, my grandma's parents, had the opportunity to bring him back to the States, but they decided to leave him here to be buried. And my grandparents were never able to make it over, and no one else in the family has been able to make it there. So this will be the first that someone from my grandma's bloodline has been able to see it. So, you know, I don't know really what to think, but I feel like it's going to be real special, and I really feel honored, and don't really know why I'm the one that gets to see it first. You know, I feel like someone else should have been, but I'm here, and so, you know, I'm going to do it, and I'm real excited just to do it for my grandma and to show the video to her afterwards of the gravesite and of his gravestone. She's never, I don't even think, seen a picture of it. So that'll be really great. I'm really excited to do that. That's going to be definitely one of the highlights of my whole trip, will be being able to give this to my grandma. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow, my second to last day. I'm saving the best for last. And from there, I'm going back to Rome for one night, Tuesday night, and then Wednesday. I'm flying Rome to London, and then I'm just staying in a hostel there one night, not even going to see the city. And then next morning I'm flying back to the States, and I'll be back Thursday. And that'll be the end of it, and I'll be back in the States, and I'll probably cry for a week that I'm not here, that I'm leaving this in like 2 days. That's alright. Alright, that's enough. That's a whole video of just me talking. Goodbye. Alright, so I just finished my stop and chat. I'm not going to include in this video. You'll have to skip to the next video because it takes up like 8-9 minutes, I think it'll probably take. But I was sitting right there, and now I'm trying to get down, and it's really kind of steep. which wouldn't be a problem, but I had my knees like locked up on this little steep incline to keep myself there, and my legs are like definitely asleep right now. It kind of feels like, whoa, it kind of feels like, if you know, like, this is totally gross, but when you're on the toilet too long, your legs fall asleep and you get up and try to walk. That's what I feel right now, but if I walk and I trip, I'm gonna fall down like 30 feet, which would suck. Look at the little people down there. So I'm kind of like propping myself up with my right hand and my dead legs and waiting for the blood to come back, because I think my knee was just like so tightly, bent that it like cut off the circulation, because these puppies are totally asleep right now. But don't worry, I'll be safe. I'm just gonna stay up here probably for like 10 minutes to let my circulation return, because I don't want to end my journey this quickly, at least not before I see Ed's grave. So no, not that I want to die after that, but I really want to do that. So alright,